Good afternoon, sir. I am Nurashini, and this is my group member, Tanu Rachel. We are from Group T. Today, we will be presenting about our assignment 2, which is our analysis and recommendations for implementing cloud security for enterprise adoption. Our objective was to create awareness of cloud security and demonstrate how to utilize cloud security features to protect applications in the cloud environment. So, the objective is to analyze our client's business model and provide advice on relevant models in Amazon Web Services for migrating their existing application to the cloud. We focused on small-scale e-commerce business that utilizes in scaling computer hardware products, including CPUs, memory, hard drive, motherboards, graphic cards, and related accessories. So for the description of a business model, we have a discount coupons for print-out purchase from physical stores, and also based on the analysis, we would also recommend the following AWS services or modules to migrate the existing application to environment. So I'm going to explain about the modules and also the reasons why we recommend this module for our e-commerce business. So the first module is compute services in Amazon EC2. So we have scalability, which is selling computer hardware may require accommodating fluctuating demand. So basically, we can quickly add or remove virtual machines to match the demand for e-commerce platform. The second is flexibility. So Amazon EC2 offers a wide selection of instance types with varying compute power, memory, and storage options. So this will enable us to choose the suitable instance for running e-commerce application, ensuring optimal performance and cost effectiveness. So the third is customization. With EC2, we have full control over the operating system application and configuration of our virtual machines. So this will allow us to customize the environment to meet the specific requirements of computer hardware sales that includes software, installation, security setting, and performance optimizations. And the second module is database services. So database services in Amazon RDS. So reasons are reliability. Selling computer hardware may involve managing a large amount of product information, customer data, and transaction records. So this may offer highly reliable and durable database storage that ensuring the integrity and ability of our critical data. So for multi-AZ development, Amazon RDS offers these multi-AZ development options for enhanced ability and fault tolerance. So with this development, the database is automatically replicated to a standby instance in a different availability zones. And we have managed service. So this Amazon RDS is managed database service, handling routine database administrative tasks such as backup, software patching, and hardware maintenance. This is to free up time and resources and allowing us to focus on core business of selling computer hardware rather than database management. The third storage service is Amazon S3. So the reasons are cost-effective storage. So Amazon S3 offers a cost-effective storage solution for our e-commerce business. So we can optimize costs by leveraging storage classes like standard and so on, thereby reducing overall storage expenses. Data durability and ability. This boosts exceptional durability and ability for our stored products. To minimizes the risk of data loss and guarantees high availability for e-commerce business, allowing us to access the files without interruptions. And lastly, we have security as recommended. Why we have security is selling computer hardware may involve handling sensitive data, customers, and product information. So this is to build in security features such as encrypting, access control policies, and data governance capability to ensure the confidentiality and integrity of data storage. And we have the fourth module as security identity and compliance services in AWS IAM. So the reasons are we have user access control. So as an e-commerce business, we need to manage user access to various systems in resources. Account, we need to sell computer hardware, which involves customer transactions and user sensitive data. So IAM allow us to create and manage customer accounts separately. This is to implement features like multi-factor authentication, password policies, and account logout machines to protect customer account by unauthorized access and potential data breaches. We have privileged access management, which is the last reason for this module, for the fourth module. So in this e-commerce, certain users may have evaluated privileges for managing critical systems and resources. So this may help us implement at least privileges least privilege approach by granting permissions based on job roles and responsibilities. So that's all from my part, and I'll pass the next task, which is task 2, to Tanvi Chun. He will explain. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tan Chun. So I'm going to explain the task 2, which is the design implementations. In this task, we are going to outline the design, implementation steps, security measures, and testing performs for every services that we have selected in the previous task 1. Due to the unable to use the free tool to accomplish this task, we will use the AWS Academy account sandbox to accomplish this task. So this is our first service implementations, which is Amazon EC2. Choose the launch instance menu and select the launch instance. Give the instance the name web server. In application and OS image, select the Amazon Linux 2023 MMI. And in the instance of type panel, select the T2 micro. And for the key pair names, choose the VPC. And in the network settings, choose edit and select the MATLAB VPC under the VPC sections. Under the firewall security groups, choose create security groups and configure the security group name and descriptions. Under the inbound security group rules, remove the rule and expand the advanced details, select the enable for the terminations protections, and enter the HTML code inside the user data. And launch the instance again. After the launch the instance state should be running and status check are fully checked passed. And now we are going to talk about the RDS implementations. So in the AWS Management Console, on the service menu, choose the VPC. And in the left navigation pane, choose the security groups and create a security group, then configure the security group names, which is called DB security group. And description is the permit access from the web security group, and the VPC is let VPC. In the inbound rules pane, choose the add rule and configure the type, which is called the MySQL Aurora. The CIDR IP security groups or prefix list, which is called the web security groups. And then we just choose create security groups. In the left navigation pane, choose the subnet group. And then we just choose the create DB subnet group, then configure the name, which is called the DB subnet group. Description is the DB subnet group, and then the VPC also called the lab VPC. And go to the subnet sections and expand the list of values under the availability zones and select the first two zones, which is called the US East 1A and US East 1B. Expand the list of the value under the subnet and select the subnet associated with the CIDR range IP address, which is called 10.0.1.0 and the 10.0.3.0. And then we can actually create the subnet DB. In the left navigation pane, choose database and select the MySQL under the engine options. Under the templates, choose dev and test. Under the availability and durability, choose the multi-AZ DB instance. Under the settings, configure the DB instance identifier, which is called labdb. The master username is main, the master password is lab password, and cover password is lab password. Under the storage, configure the storage type, which is called the general purpose SSD GP3, and allocated storage is 20. And under the connectivity, configure the virtual private cloud, which is called the VPC. It's called lab VPC. And under the existing VPC security groups, choose DB security group and deselect the default. Just create the database, and the result will be displayed as below. Now we're talking about the Amazon S3 implementations. In the AWS Management Console, on the service menu, choose S3 and choose the create buckets. And under the general configurations, configure the bucket name and region. Uncheck the block all public access and recheck the block public access to bucket and objects created through new public buckets or access point policies, and block public and cross account access to buckets and objects through any public bucket or access point policies. Choose create bucket, and result will be displayed as below. Click on the object name and add files such as the PNG files and choose upload. So now we're talking about the AWS IAM implementations. In the AWS Management Console or the service menu, select the IAM. In the navigation pane on the left, choose users. Create users such as the user 1, user 2, and 3. And in the left navigation pane, choose user groups and create groups such as the EC2 admin support and the S3 support. Assign the user 1 to the S3 support groups. Choose the S3 support group in the user groups, and then choose the user tabs and add user. After that, select the user 1 and choose the add user at the bottom of the screen as an example for this PPT slide. And assign the user 2 to the EC2 support group by using the similar steps in the previous steps. And also assign the user 3 to the EC2 and main group by using the similar steps in the previous steps. And now we are going to the application test implementations. So this is insert a new entry. As you can see, our first entry data is the last name, which is the Wei Chun. The first name is Tan, and it is the phone number, and there's an email. After we click the submit, and then the data below will appear the new entry. And the second is the delete one of the old entries. So as you can see, I've tried to delete the entities, which the last name is Joey and the first name is Jan. And then after we remove it, as you can see, the data is gone. The information is gone. And then we insert another new entry. So this time, I'm going to use the last name, which is a Smith, and then John first name is John, and the phone is 134556 and 0890, and then it is the email. After we click submit, it will appear the new entry informations. So this is our group T presentations. Thank you.